All right, guys, let's begin with the video. And by the way, I sent everyone the 20 dark psychological tactics to attract women. You know, my viral video that was too evil to post on YouTube. I sent to all you guys because we had a technical difficulty with the mailing service we had. So it got fixed. So if you're part of the email list, you should have gotten it today, okay? And if you haven't, just send me an email because you should have gotten it. And if you guys want that free gift, it's 20 dark tactics to make a woman fall in love, which it does apply. It does have some pimp strategies, which is why I didn't want to have it up. Just click in the description down below where it says claim your free gift. And let's begin with Pimping Ken.
God put the woman on the earth to challenge a man. Can't no weak man deal with no strong woman. She gonna break you down. How many times have you seen a nigga 6'8", his woman 4'2"? Where you going? Man, I can't go, man. My wife tripping. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you see it all the time. Women have EQ, men have IQ. Emotional quotient, and that's how a woman defeats you. That's how she debates you through nagging and conversation and where you going, who on your phone, woo woo. If somebody keep doing that, that's called mental abuse. Eventually she abused you to the point where you break down, and she break you down to the last compound. And I don't care if you 8, 9, I don't care if you the president of the United States, I don't care who you is. You know, it was certain things that Barack couldn't do because he said, I got to talk to Michelle. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? But that's the power of a woman. But see, what a pimp does, a pimp, he understands that. So he combat that emotion. He break her down. He switch the game on her. He tell her, no, bitch, you gonna do what I tell you to do. It's my way or no way, bitch. And then you got to stand on that, because if you don't stand on that, guess what she gonna do? She gonna break you down. A lot of pimps don't make it. A lot of the women flip them. No woman is gonna respect you if you're a pussy. You have to stand on your woman, man, regardless. You gotta let her know, look here, hey, baby, this is my way or the highway.
Look, I remember I dated this Russian girl here in Mexico City, right? No, Ukrainian, bad girl. And I remember she was so bad. She was such a bad. You know what I'm talking about. And she gave that gluckety gluck so much. I'm ashamed to say this, guys. I'm ashamed. She would get mad at me for being late, and I wouldn't care because of that pussy. That gluckety gluck. And sometimes she would be 20, 30 minutes late. And I didn't want to say nothing because, my God, I was addicted to that. I'm being honest with you. I'm being perfectly honest with you. And she was sweet, but she had that temper. And I remember when I started dating another girl, after 1 year of seeing her casually, I started dating another girl. And I became less tolerant of her. By the way, I did not shoplift. They left my freaking tag on my pants. I'm gonna get a refund from that security guard. Anyways, so I got another girl. And she also had the gluckety gluck. And I was like, yo, fuck this Russian girl. Ukrainian chick. Fuck Slevana. I don't want to talk to her no more. And I was like, yo, Slevana, don't talk to me like that anymore. Okay? If you're gonna be talking to me like that, it's best you delete my number. She didn't respond. A day passed, 2 days passed, 3 days passed, 4 days passed. And then all of a sudden, she got a text. Hey, big head. She didn't say big head, but you know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, look, I didn't tell her I had a girlfriend. Now, I didn't tell her that. And she was like, hey. And I'm like, look, man, you're too rude. Okay? Every time I bring you around people, they all say you're just rude. Like, I don't understand why you gotta be like that. Don't talk to me no more. And I said that not because I grew balls, but because this other girl had it, right? I'm being honest with you guys, man. Like, we all have our weakness. And my weakness is some big titty girls, bro. That was before I did my meditation retreat. And I remember she didn't respond to that. I went to my meditation retreat, 10 days, because you're in silent and you got to give up your phone. And then when I came back, I saw there were 12 messages and 12 calls. Not 12 calls, but a bunch of calls. I can't number it. And she was like, what's going on? I'm sorry. And then at the last message, I'll suck your dick. I brought her over. Guys, I've never seen this Russian girl. I keep calling her Russian. The Ukrainian girl be so fucking quiet. She looked like a freaking submissive kitty. And I'm like, this was available to me this whole time? All because I was being a little bitch. Oh, because I was being a Shannon Sharp, a slave to Poom Poom. And the beauty about those meditation retreats is that it changes you from the core. Like at the core level of who you are, it changes you. And after that, we dated for like 6 months. No, not 6 months. I don't know, like 4 or 5 months. But then she went back to her old factory setting. But I remember she came back to her old factory setting because I started seeing her more. What I noticed is that if I kept her at a distance, she walked on eggshells. Now, what does that say about females? Well, some women can only be with you. Some women can only respect you if you give her back the same energy she gives you. Most likely, she was testing me. Most likely, she was with me because of how I looked, but most likely, she was being disrespectful because of how I behaved. And we're not friends, but we're cordial. But that always stuck in my mind how that submissive gluckety gluck kitty was underneath that bitch ass front, all because I tolerated her BS. And ever since then, I never tolerated a girl do that. I'm ashamed to say that because I didn't notice I was taking her bullshit because I was just focusing on the poom poom and that throat action. People, it didn't make any sense. She had a small mouth. How the fuck, anyways? It was like some magic trick. Legit, Houdini was like, how can I steal that trick? And that's the truth. Some women can only be with men who could put them in their place. Mind you, she always cheated on her boyfriends. She always cheated on her boyfriends. So she was never going to be she was never going to be a healthy individual, unfortunately. That's why she's toxic like that. The cheaters are always the one with the gluckety gluck. The cheaters are always the one that know how to do that cowgirl. The cheaters are always the one that have that special talent in the bedroom. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Pimpin' Ken is correct. The problem with this type of relationship is that it's only one way, meaning it's not a healthy relationship. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's not a relationship where it's not a relationship where she's gonna feel comfortable around you. She's gonna be submissive, but the problem is that it creates resentment. She stays, but she's resentful, and so it depends on the quality of relationship you want. If you just want to get that poom poom, then yes, you do that one way relationship. Now, if you want something more healthy, then this is not going to be it. You know, like she's like her character was just not going to work for any relationship. Only a one way where she's the bitch, or where they're the asshole to her, and she liked assholes. Plain and simple. Anyways, if you guys want to learn more about this, check out my course, Dark Game, by clicking in the description down below. I teach you guys strategies on how to make a woman submissive. And if you don't like it, then just ask for your money back. It's no big deal. Anyways, take care, guys. Be safe.